Welcome back, ladies and gents. Another race on Baku is ready to be launched. This is CL-1 in action, Friday night. Happy to be here again. And again we are having a rainy session, another rainy race probably. It was, under some circumstances quite boring on the race, on the rainy conditions, but still. The race started dry, so that was spectacular. Some strategy changes to the rain, but then later on in the race dry again, so back to the dry tires, another strategy, and then it was again quite excitement until the end. So I hope it could be like that yesterday, because we will have plenty of rain incoming again. So it could be quite hard, like yesterday, to set a good bank lap. And let's see how close it will be today. Better attendance than last week. Quite a few drivers who left. It was a clan of drivers. So we'll have to fill them in, of course, with reserves. And also room for new drivers again. So in the upcoming weeks we'll find, of course, always drivers will join the league, and they are tested before. So they could fill up the seats again. If they are decided to be full-time racer and they can prove it, then they can have the seat, of course, like everybody else. Some drivers are racing for us for many seasons, even since before Celerity, when we were still a Dutch league. But of course, like in any league, many drivers come and many drivers go as well. As you can see, everybody on the intermediates will have only light rain incoming, no wets needed. MC or Justin is first. T-Mike or Milo just in front of him. It's not Milo. It's really hard sometimes to keep track on the colors. This is the Red Bull, not the darkest blue, but something in between. I think there's too many blue this season. Then it have to be T-Mike. Yeah, it's T-Mike. Back to Justin. Justin coming first. We'll soon enter the third sector with about 1:23 on his hands. 24, 25, 7. Purple sector. Sorry, this is from Thijs, who has now got the fastest lap, but Justin had a second purple sector, so let's find out what he can do. Jacoby, second place with a 1:52.6, 9/10 slower than Thijs. Then comes Justin, 1:51.9, close to Thijs here, 2.7, sorry, 2 tenths, about 3 tenths there. The boss game 1:58.9, that's not a great lap. Nick Evan just started, and Roy Boy, his teammate, was already around with a 1:54.8. Must have some a small moment there. 1:52.2 for Matteo. That's quite a good banker already. Tuan is coming next. There he comes, but starting his hot lap, I believe. Milan coming next. There is 153.5. I have to tell something about Milan, by the way. Brilliant racer from CL2, doing very well this season. Will end up high. 151.6 for just Velos. Back in town with his old name, and provisional pole for him at the moment. But yeah, Milan is doing really well on the road, and is growing to CL-1 soon enough, I believe, because what he did last week, finished second. Thijs resetted the track, unfortunately did not know the rule yet, who in the meantime improves himself to below 151s, 150.830 with 3 purple sectors. He's also probably a rain master, because we all know how skillful Thijs is, and yeah, a little bit dominating this division this season. But he had a penalty last week before resetting the track, costed him 10 seconds, so his win was robbed by Milan, who is reserved from CL2. So that's quite brilliant. So a CL2 driver won a CL1 race here. I believe that's history as well. We had crazy things. We had a CL2 driver who became champion and then took a Grand Slam in his first race, CL1, has also happened, and will probably not broken anymore soon, that record, that moment. But yeah, Milan, same story there. That's also quite something. Try to win a CL1 race is already hard against skilled drivers, but from if you are driving a CL2 and you want to do it. So yeah, we'll probably see Milan here next season, because he's on second place, I believe, second or third place in the championship, but still second place, and quite close to race the 24 hours. He's also CL1 and leading at the moment. Poseidon, where the crew made a small mistake. He was CL1 driver, of course, last season. We thought he wasn't ready there yet in CL2 before, so he and Cole Baseball, who was absent for more than 2 seasons, will put it back in CL2. Only Poseidon was a wrong call, because yeah, he's training and he's doing really well, and we believe he was dominating CL2. But he already promoted before, of course, so a small mistake, but that is involved with running leagues. Thijs Renault immediately stick the lap after it, temperature in the tires to a 150.2 at the moment, also just in below 151s, but has to hold 7 seconds, so that's a gap, a little gap. We'll be having track evolution, of course. I think Nick and Roy just crossed the line. Or is it Roy incoming next? No, this is another blue one, that's what I told you. It's hard to keep track on them, but Twan is now third, together with the other Ferrari on second. Not bad at all, looking good for Ferrari. Milan into the pits. Plankton incoming. It's holding down over here in the last sector. May could do another lap, but he really lost his exit already then if he will do that. So I think it will be pit stop. Thijs going for a pit stop at the moment right now, of course. Yeah, new tires, another attempt. His teammate still needs to score a time, Poseidon. So now came from Alpha Tauri CL2 to Haas CL1. Oh, Poseidon hit the walls at Castle sector there. Had some practice before the race. Really hit the walls on Castle sector. Needs to go to the pit quickly, but safely, of course. one in another lap? Or is it the boss game incoming? Or Nick? No, this is Roy. If have to switch to up drivers. It's Roy into the pits. Then the boss game. Invalid, unfortunately for him. Just Mortal starting his hot lap right now. And then there has to be Team Mike. No, not Team Mike. Again, like I said, many blue dots. It's Milo who's going to score P6. Now he's going for another attempt. It was a slow lap. It was a slow lap. Poseidon needs to make a stop there, of course. The other blue dot is now in the pit lane as well. Then to Matteo, our Italian driver. 48 thousandths of a second, of a second slower than his personal best, but now 6/10 improvement. Maybe this was his last lap, I don't know, but he has got a purple sector. He can finish it around here, and that will be not so fast as Thijs or Justin, probably. But can get a 151 low, 155, 51 and half. P6 there, strong lap by Matteo. Team Mike. Small improvement there. Looks like he had a lap, 152.8. These are the differences. Normally it's way closer, but because of rainy conditions it's dividing a little bit more gaps. Just Model Velos will be next, and he is going to improve. And how is he going to improve? Let's watch this. 150.409, second place. Pushing Ferrari a little bit further to the back. Great lap, and is very close to Tyson. Only 1/10 there. Theo coming again, but first Jacobi will cross the line for his hot lap. So indeed Matteo in his lap, but he doesn't use any ERS. I think he's just warming up again. Will we do that? Thijs did the same. He got that great lap by driving 3 laps on them, so why not? Yeah, making stop then. He got time enough. Yeah, he's making a stop, Matteo. Poseidon is out again. It's the only driver left who's still on track with no time on the scoring board. So needs to bank it and needs to send it. Plankton looking for an improvement to gain a few places. That oversteer moment in the end didn't help him. It's not gonna help him really much. He did improve 4/10 going into the third sector, but he may have lost it with that snappy moment there. We'll see where he will end. It's not going to be one of the fastest laps, I think. Yeah, like I said, it's 3/10. He lost something at the last turn. He's not gaining any place because 18 thousandths of a second slower he is than Roy Boy, so will not gain at all. 151.5. Good improvement for Roy. 1.4 seconds with a purple third sector. Not bad at all. Alright, Poseidon mate. First his teammate Thijs. There he comes. Is he going to... No, he's going for another attempt here. Nick then. His teammate. Incoming. P5. The Haas of Poseidon now then. There he comes. Is he going to grab it? P10, not bad, not bad. 152.1. Not wanting too much immediately, perfectly. But got a good banker there, Poseidon. Recovered. The boss game, I thought he was slower than his personal best. It was or 2/10 quicker or 2/10 slower. But I think it was slower than before. Just Moro Velos, another lap there. But another attempt there, sorry. Will he try again? He got the ERS for it. The question is if he also got fuel for it enough. And if you want to start, well, sorry, because we all start dry. No more tire rules anymore. And I think with rain we don't have tire rules at all. Even if it's starting with rainy session, you don't have to use quality tires. So my apologies for that. That's a purple sector, sector 1 for just model. A driver who's already close to a pole position. I don't know if that was a good shot there. Is he still sitting down or did he let it go? He does not have time enough anymore to do another attempt, but I think he held down. Yeah, he held it down. Made a small mistake, I think, before the castle sector. And Thijs, he will improve. By how much? I don't know, in the end he did not improve. 1/10 slower than before. So just Moro Velos maybe could have done it, but one mistake and it's out of there. It could be Thijs, you know, again, his 5th pole position this season. The boss game, again, not an improvement. Poseidon already pit stopped it. Not a try again. Just motivators, of course, same story there. Tuan, or Justin, it's Justin. Oh, look at this. Close to pole position as well. Tuan could still do it. Oh, he's going down with 1/10 more, 1.5 but oh, 151.0. Sorry, I thought it was close. It was 150 now. Look how close it is now, by the way. A little bit closer than before. Yeah, just an amazing lap there. Nick Evan hold it down already. Then still Roy Boy in the session. I think Roy Boy is going for it. 9/10 down again. Before he improved by 1.4 seconds. So yeah, P5, great lap by Roy. Then comes Milo. He could even rob Roy Boy's place there. Was going to improve 5/10, 5 or 6/10. So it will be similar to Roy. What's going to be last Earth is used. Like I said, even 1/10 faster now. P4. Yeah, that's a good lap for Milo in the Williams. This was quality session, boys. Still a good session, I would say. Under these light rainy conditions. We are going to start dry. We'll have DRS enabled as well for quite a few laps, 1/3 of the race. Is predicted, so. And then like the quality session, it will rain until the end again. Still approximately, so could define a little bit from what is predicted, but not so much. 150.298 from Tyson O. His pole position for Haas this season, his first season, dominating it, and it will continue probably. With his pole position, he's already doing good business. CL Justin will form the first row together with him. Just Motovelos and Milo second row, Matteo and Roy Boy third one, P7 Twan Grosjean, Nick Evan 8th. Everybody was ready already, so I could not announce anymore. But we'll do so in formation lap, which we are going to begin in a couple of seconds. Seventh race already, boys. Meaning next week after race 8, first driver will get determined again in each team. So meaning team principals will have to decide which driver they want as first driver, looking at their statistics, form last season, but also before, of course, overall. But that's a tactic. Many teams are also maintained by Celerity, so if there's no team principal for a particular team, then the team principal is Celerity. Nice system in our league, part of the transfer market we are always having. But this first driver then gets determined to first driver, or then of course second, and in the end this also means stuff to get contracts and much more things. If you're interested in this, watching us, like to race yourself as well, blend in with Celerity, contact us, join the Discord, because we are always looking for drivers. So let's see some tire strategy from the gents. Over here we'll be having everybody on mediums except JRKP. This is quite interesting to watch. Almost each driver chosen to go softer later on. And I'm not sure how many safety cars will affect this race either. But drivers are not aiming for it soon. They are maybe aiming to have safety car at, yeah, well, let's say lap 10, lap 12, could be earlier as well, we'll figure out. So there we go, forming up the grid for the 7th time this season. Time flies again. This season fourth time on Baku already. Popular circuit. Each season the drivers want to race here. So we do. Waiting for that last Alpine. And then it's time to race. There we go. It's 3, 2, 1, 5. Red lights are turning off, and on the way we go now. Ferrari with a good start on the inside of Justin. Sorry, of Thijs. But it was Justin. Need to cut off and hold down Motovelos there before turn 1, so he could have it in turn 2 as well. Thijs is gone already. Looks like a good start there. Fight between Nick Evan and Matteo. Wheel to wheel over here. Poseidon and Twan Grosjean. Beautiful move by Poseidon out here. Brake late, kept the outside, now needs to be careful not braking too late to hit Roy and lose his exit so Twan could get him back, but that's one position gained by Poseidon there at the moment. Matteo, there he goes together with Jericho P. A very narrow turn to do so, but he has got it inside. Good block boss Jericho P here. Good move from by Matteo as well. Roy Boy also chasing down on him. Plankton pressing the metal to pass Mike. So nothing changed in the lead at the moment there. Even Milo with him. Poseidon using quite some ERS there to pass the other drivers. Wants to gain a few places early in the race then. Jericho P and Matteo again wheel to wheel into turn 1. Is it not going to end up in Thursday Grunt and respect each other, leave each other room? Jericho P won it. But Matteo with a way better exit doesn't even have to take the slipstream here. Will pass Jericho P, but Jericho P wants to keep the inside, and I think he will do so. Breaks deep. Oh, he's block passing Matteo too much. That's not doable there, mate. They were so alongside. It was definitely, Matteo was definitely not lesser than halfway alongside, so did not have to back out. So block pass can't be done at that moment. You need to be sure you are more than halfway alongside. Sorry, I mean that your opponent is already less than halfway alongside, so he's not before your rear axle anymore, and then you could claim the corner. You have the total right to do and are entitled to do so. So Jericho P back to P13. Matteo could carry on, luckily lost a few tenths, but I think it was definitely no wrong for Matteo there. No damage for Jericho P, he's lucky with that, can carry on, maybe flat spattle tires a little bit. Then Roy Boy and Matteo into a fight as well. This is a great start of the race. Roy Boy into the pits, Matteo carrying on. Then just Moro got passed by Milo. Crazy start of the race. Poseidon, what happened, mate? Why is he out? Why is he so... I don't know what to say. He's a very good driver, had a good start of the race, and then out of nothing he's out again. Does not have the confidence yet to blend in, but time it will come. I will kick his ass to train him. T-Mike blended in really well this season, promoted from CL2 after a second place at the ranking table last season in CL2 there. But they already had a podium or 2 or 3, so that's very well from T-Mike, of course. Got quite some good points already. And his rivals also not blending in so well like Poseidon. Dirk, who was champion of CL2 last season, was involved in quite some incidents. Others their fault, his own fault. But still needs to find the confidence like Poseidon is having, same story. Of course drivers acting different in this league than CL2 a little bit, because they do have a little bit of more skills. This is the higher level. So more drivers know how to make moves and how to defend It's harder sometimes, and of course sometimes it goes wrong, but there's a good steering team who access this to keep it fair enough. But it's really getting confident, because look at this, how beautifully they can race, and they will race. It's not that they are dirty drivers bullying others. Of course, between them are also sometimes kids or even adults who play around a little bit because of frustration or so, but yeah, stewards will discover. Oh, a wing lost. Is it T-Mike? It's T-Mike. Made a mistake in the castle sector. His wing is completely off, still laying there around the castle. This could be why virtual safety car is out to remove the debris. Yeah, needs to make a stop. He's a bit lucky with the debris from himself, so it doesn't cost him too much. Under this pace, you could drive corners the same way like others, and definitely drivers behind him can't pass him. So that's good luck. That pit stop he needs to make now is not going to help him really, but it's still early in the race. He got lucky a little bit. I think he will be back. Could he stay in front of just Mortal Velos? I think he will not. It's low pace, like I said, otherwise they were already past him, but no, he still need to make that stop. I think he will be in front of the bus game, because it's also going to be that wing change. There he goes again. Milan is probably just going to pass him. Sorry, I wanted to see Milan there. And then, like I said, indeed, before Justin. For T-Mike, sorry, and then the bus game behind him. Alright, we are back racing, by the way. Thijs still P1. Justin following him. He's getting close to Thijs. Maybe closer than Thijs wants himself, but he used many ERS and Thijs instead still got half charged battery left, so it's also with using some ERS. Don't do it too much, mate. It's only you still got 20 more laps to go, and you will be slower overall. You can't harvest as fast as normally if you are more charged. So don't use the ERS and try to do it on the slipstreams you are having right now to harvest again. You don't need to pass. If you just stay behind him for 15 laps or even more, you have then you need to make stop, of course, I'm kidding, but for example, stay behind him, save battery, and then make a move later on. You got plenty of time to do it. Don't rush too much and try to be first immediately. You need to think about the race instead of only thinking to be one. Definitely good advice I'm giving you, right? Thijs is getting away a little bit again, because when the DRS will be activated, he wants to be out of that second so he could drive away. There is the DRS I was talking about. There should be enough, 8/10 should be enough. Of course, Thijs now was using ERS to get away. and he did successfully. Only if Justin could get close now, because now they got similar the ERS there. If he could get close again, then he has got a chance. There's ERS still a little bit less than from Thijs. Oh, Jared P, what happened to you, mate? Will we still figure out on board with the boss game? Yeah, it's that last wall where we all have seen drivers clipping in real Formula 1 last season. I think he missed his braking point or something, Jared P. And why is the boss game already? It's going to rain, boys. Lap 6 already. That's quite early. I mean, that's 20% of the race. That's 1/5. It's starting to rain already. The boss game could have a good chance here, maybe. I'm not sure how slippery it will be. If we will see Thijs pitting immediately, then it's already time to go, or Justin, or anybody behind it. Definitely when more drivers will make their stop now. Then the boss game is on a they made a good call there. Safety car. Still because of Jacob P, by the way, I think. Yeah, that's a pit stop time. So the boss game now, if he's still far away, that would be... It's a shame he got 45 seconds in front of him to pass others like Team Mike, for example. Because if they make their stop, he's still not passing them. Then they will still be in front of him again with similar tires at that point. As you see now, they will all switch to the Inters. Milo and Nick Evan carried on. They are thinking, no Inters yet. But I think that's not so super smart, because we all know it's not going to dry up anymore again, so track will only be wetter and wetter. And safety car is also going to stay out for a couple of laps. Matteo on the wets. It's surprising. Don't know if that's a good call either. Pipe tech. Ooh, also could have made a mistake, and I know what happened here. Drivers were expecting that the crew will put Inters on automatically, but that's not the case. We saw this yesterday as well. Oh, sorry, I didn't see this yesterday, but I saw this in practice mode with a few drivers who didn't switch to them manually, and then discovered fog. Oh, sorry, I can't choose the word, but they discovered crew just is doing normal stuff they would do normally instead of impulsive reactions under the conditions. So that's a little bit strange. It's probably because it's only light rain and it's on the edge of doing the wets or doing the dries. But like what we discovered yesterday, and with the practice mode I was watching it, and also practice myself a little in it, we did see that the moment it started raining, you definitely want to take Inters, not too long, but also not too soon. But it looks like now everybody is doing that same call. Like I said, the drivers who were carrying on, like Milo, they are making their stop now. He's lucky. He comes out, but also now he's coming back. Probably P10 or something. No, 8. Oh, he's lucky on number 8. Not so much lost. I'll say from first place. I didn't know where he came from before, but Milo had a good start. We did see him driving for podium position, so could have acted earlier, but was thinking like I can carry on, and then discovered it's not the way to go anymore on the dries. So now everybody on Inters, also Matteo, like I said, wets is not the thing to do out here. It's also a few positions thrown away, and I think the wets he has chosen himself, so there's just a bad decision from Matteo. Anyway, he switched. Inters is now on his car. He does got the advantage. Nah, it's still similar. Sorry. We got apologies from Jacoby. Well, this could happen, of course. Was it already slippery? Here's the question. Was there already some dripping on the circuit? Rain incoming? Because yesterday I thought I've seen the same, but I didn't discover any rain yet, and it was already getting slippery. Today I was racing myself for a few minutes. Started raining. They even said, the engineer Jeff said, that it was slippery already because of the rain, and I still didn't see anything yet. Yeah, like I said, answer from Jacoby, his wing was a little gone, and then indeed the rain started. So yeah, that's a combination. Unfortunate. Next time better, mate. Could happen. You're not the first driver who crashed at that particular point. Hard corner, downhill to the left, 90-degree bend. A little less, I would say. Yeah, I think it's a 90-degree bend, but it got a angle just in front of it, where you're really going to the right side a little bit, and then suddenly to the left downhill. So yeah, imagine yourself, it's not a normal turn like many others. And Baku, of course, a circuit with many 90-degree turns. So, this is first safety car. But it will come in soon enough now. This is always the boring part on the rainy conditions with a safety car on like on the Baku. It's a circuit that's quite long with rainy conditions, almost 2 minutes per lap. So count yourself. That's why it's quite boring. So I hope safety car comes in now. We'll have the message soon, the signal, and we can race again. But it will be different now, boys. No more DRS enabled. The safety car indeed in this lap will come. When is Thijs going to decide to leave? Yesterday we've seen Cole, who waited long at each. He waited even longer than Thijs is doing at the moment, to not give his opponent a slipstream behind him. Justin got it now a little bit, so it's still close, but also has got his teammate behind him. There we go again. Just Moto wants to go around the outside here. But Plankton breaks really deep, maybe even a bit too deep. Had to brake really badly to not hit Celerity equals in front of him. He's lucky he's still fighting just Moto Velos, but I think this time it's won by Justin. Oh, Nick Evan comes around the outside as well. Good racing on the wet conditions. Need to be careful now, not losing wings. Matteo got Milan there before Kestel. I can't read at the moment what you guys have written to me or to anybody else, I don't know, but my phone died. My laptop is not nearby me, so oh, what's Nick doing? Is he having damage or something? Troubles for Nick. Got passed by both Milo and his teammate. Matteo and T-Mike fighting again. The Williams and the orange colors of the McLaren. We are seeing it on the onboard from Milan right behind them. There they come. Some oversteer there for Mike. The boss game lost it or stopped in the pits. Stopped in the pits, I believe. I see he's on the pit straight, so yes. Could be he wasn't happy with his race. Still young, but ooh, virtual safety car out. Is it Nick Evan? Was it Nick Evan? Yeah. Evan in trouble indeed. Was it still that lap where he was in trouble then? Or is this already another lap? I don't know anymore, but Nick was in trouble. Got passed by his teammate and the Williams of Milo. He's now on 13, still driving. Now driving completely without of wing, so I don't know. But I do know Nick is not so lucky at the moment. We are racing again. And Milo wants to have it on Plankton. There is no DRS, need to do it on raw pace and slipstream. Plankton defends the inside, got enough there. Oh, what is Royboy doing? Oh, what a move from Royboy. It looked like he was going for a complete dive bomb, but in the end it looks like a move that's fair enough. Then it was a completely insane move to this a try die. Try or die. That was definitely the case, yeah. Oh, pipe tech. And T-Mike. Whoa, incident there. Was it an incident between them both? Because I think at the same moment they were out. So when it starts raining, it starts to get tough on Azerbaijan. Baku Street Circuit. Of course, the walls will punish you if you make a mistake. Yesterday we've seen same story. I think only 7 drivers finished out of 15 or 16. So yeah, count yourself. Hard, and not so many incidents, believe me. Between where drivers were sharing their, or I mean where multiple drivers were involved. They were all personal mistakes or just retirements in the pits. Oh, careful Roy. Got passed by Milo again. And also by Matteo there. Oh, is this going well? Yeah, still is everything going well. They are going wheel to wheel with 2 couples. And Milan behind it. Oh, Roy. Oh yeah, only a small touch there between Roy and I believe Milo. Nick Evan didn't finish. Stopped in the pits as well. Retirement from himself. With Roy Boy, yeah, there was minor contact. And of course with rain it could give you unbalance really quickly. Don't think there was much wrong. They had a hard fight there. Roboy also no damage, he could brake before hitting the walls. Racing again, now Milan pressing on Milo. Putting the pressure up. Anyway, it was quite a good fight there. And not the easiest parts of this circuit. Milan is going to grab Milo. And Milo also for a pit stop there. Milan doing well again. Like I said, made history last week as reserve. Today a little less, but yeah, still there. Don't shut him out because he's doing well over here. Thijs gone for 4.7 seconds at the moment. The Ferraris are still looking brilliant. Their team principals shall be happy if this will stay this way. We got still 11 more laps to go, and like I said, and like you are watching yourself, this race is not easy, believe me. Try to get this one home, 50%. Ooh. Had to save himself, just mortal. Lost a few tenths there on Celerity eSports. A little less action at the moment. Some gaps between the drivers. Only a few of them seeing tail lights. Yeah, looks like it's Ty's day again, not giving it out of hands. He will not be so stupid to reset the track again after he did it last week. So could have his win here today and clean air the entire race. Only at one moment Justin could get close. Yellow flag for Matteo there. What happened? We lost it, I think. I don't know. Is he having damage? He was standing still completely. Must be Must be a pit stop then. Yeah, it's a pit stop. Milan, close to Plankton. Going into Castle sector. A few yards. Oh, it dives in that inside there. Oh, that could be quite much, mate. Still, that went well, but it was from very far, very far. I hope no harm is brought to Plankton there, because they made contact, definitely. But it went well. Happy to see that, but for my own opinion, it looked like a bit too far. Still, the door was open, so yeah, the room is there, but could also be wrong. If driver didn't steer in yet to the apex, then you could technically still dive an inside. If driver in front of you who you want to attack already steers in to the apex, you know gap is going to close. So it's always measuring a little bit yourself. When is he going to steer in? How much time do I have to get there? Can I do it? That's the feeling you need to have. But as you can see, they both can carry on there, so it was a dive that went well. Can he grab Celerity equals, or is equals going to grab Twan in front of him? Or is going to stay the same train? Twan is still seeing his teammate, but needs to admit he's behind him 2.8 seconds. 18 seconds gap between Mortal Velos and Plankton. It's the hugest one. Well, we are still in there, very focused. They need to do it a couple of more laps, 7.5 lap, then we are there. Could it be 2 Ferraris on podium? Nobody scored penalties yet, so we'll not interrupt. Oh, Milan! Oh, did you see that drift there? Baku drift. With another wobble right after it, but yeah, he's still going on. Confident probably. Equals is getting a little closer to Twan step by step, but still not really much or so. Can also be up and down, saving, not saving. Same counting for Twan there. Both same charge as well. Also Justin. Thijs a bit more. He's definitely master out here. The beginning of the league, when we got Celerity equals back, who came from the all top tier, was very skilled before, may have lost something this game, but we all believe that he was going like a missile this season, because he had a very strong first race again. We believe this is he's still where he was before. That he would dominate, but then Thijs came in the league. His new driver only this season, started season 4 at the beginning of it, so was even reserve driver for Alfa Romeo the first race. So at Monza, where we all started, he gained 18 points for Alfa Romeo. Second place is how we start. Yeah, and then we already figured out what it's going to be and how he's going to be. Very talented example for others. But if he continues this way, then you're done over here. You won't have nobody else, as you can see right now. You will have nobody else who can test you, who can learn new things, because you are the master at that point, and the only way you could be even faster is racing against faster drivers. And we had that tier before, we always had it. Brilliant top tier. But I can tell you, as league owner, it's very hard to keep that alive as fun league, as only fun league, not another company or something, just a fun league. Start. And if you want to maintain that, you need to have scouts day in, day out. And of course there are very big leagues, PSGL, other big names as well, where all drivers want to race. To become an e-sport driver, to become a pro. Those steps you need to make then. So that's what happened a lot of times. We had this division, this beautiful top tier for quite a few seasons. But people will be ready for top leagues to show themselves to more famous people. So you need to replace them, yeah, quite much, and that's hard work. And at that point, Celerity decided to let the tier go, and keep it more fun-based, and this is then the top tier. So one tier removed. This moment we only have CL-1 and CL-2. But I think we did good there. But yeah, there are also some minor facts about it. Like, for example, sometimes we need to tell drivers you are done in the Celerity, you are outlearned. Of course, they will always, you could always stay a member of the community, because we are not a league only. We are definitely. Hey, what's this? Well, that was very strange. A strange move from Milan there. That looked really awkward. No. Yeah, like Roybal came to the left, but it was already a gap you couldn't take. Milan should know better that he not stick his car there in between. Casted Roybal probably his wing. Oh no, so spun in the castle sector. Will not be happy with this one. Driving in reverse. Back into first gear. Does he have damage? Yeah, I think his end plate on the left side is missing and has got flat spotted tires, 12 laps old. Will need to make a stop at the end. Can't lose even more places. Will grab 2 points as he's already classified if he will stop. So we'll even have the same result if he stops right now than if. Oh, he needs to be careful, he's frustrated. Don't do silly things yourself. But what I wanted to say, if he just stops in the pit, he would have same points if he continues and can't pass any other anymore. But I don't know, I think there was no business there. Yeah, this is smashing yourself into the wall. You need to know better, Roy. It's on tape. That's on purpose, you know you are having damage, you don't need to take the corner so fast with damage. No, yeah, I understand your frustration, but doing things like that when you are driving for so many seasons in this game will cost you a big penalty. Still, it will solve it. Another safety car could affect Thijs van Oost his race. Gap will close, of course. Was already confident about the win, but maybe it's not so anymore. We will see pit stops, and he is the first who needs to decide it. Will he do it? And then all the others will carry on. If he will do not, the others can have their pick. I mean, if Justin now making a stop and all the others will do the same, they will all have newer tires than Thijs. But you need to dare it. Justin doesn't, because also the others behind you can make the decision to not stop and pass you, and with the only last laps you will have, could be a hard job. Just Moro is the first who is going to do it. Balls of steel there. Oh, also needed a new wing, by the way. Did see a wing change there. So then that maybe being the reason why he pitted. Also Plankton, stop. Milan stops as well. Those three drivers will have the newer tires. Just Moravelos will have chances here, boys. to pass at least one or two. I don't know when safety car will come in, that's the question. Will it be only one lap or two? Really, at that point, what Thijs van O was having, the decision he had to make, it's not the decision you want to make in a race at the end. Like I said, if he made it a stop, everybody else could just carry on. He will have a wall in front of you, so you can't win it anymore. So that's not advantage, right? If he, like he did now, not made a stop, and everybody, this time it didn't happen. He still got 3 drivers behind him before drivers with newer tires are there. So there's a small wall before it could get dangerous. But like I said, if everybody there to go in except Thijs, then you had a big problem. So also not advantage, right? So really it's not, at that point, having a safety car in the race, it's not what you want. Thijs van O was thinking, well, already, but let it go, you know. But are we going already? Is safety car already coming in? I don't see it anymore. We are going. This time they decided we are going for 2 last laps. There we go. Thijs had a good answer there. Justin not so much. Could Twan, his teammate, take him over there, or are they having a discussion? Don't do it, don't make it too hard. There's a chance for a win over here. Oh, just water, what are you doing? That's a dive too much. He is very lucky that he didn't spin around. And I would say very, very lucky. Because normally you would spin around and that's definitely your own fault because you dive too much. But yeah, just Motovelos has got the new tires. Oh, he wants everybody now. He could win it. And he was very lucky that he didn't spin around. Don't know if it was really clean, that move in turn 1. If it was turn 1. He needs to have 2 more. And of course he got more traction in those tires. And he will have 1.5 lap to do it. We'll have a little dirty air now as well, but new tires. Oh, Justin, no! Justin, mate! Oh, Justin. That's so poor. Uh-oh. And also Twan. Now back on P5. But Justin had a personal incident that is still struggling to get it back on track. The entire race on P2. Even challenging Thijs for the lead there. Was also very close to pole position. And then at the end, second last lap, Castle sectors where it went wrong. Still, he will score at least 6 points. And he's already far through the race, but this is so unlucky for him. And this is what I said, by the way, boys. We had Ferrari on 2 and 3. I said it's gonna be a happy principal there, but he will be cursing maybe at the moment. I don't know. Last lap is counting. Thijs van O is still on P1. 2.5 seconds gap to just Motovelos. He needs this lap to close it for the lead. I think it's just too much. .2, 2.1. .9. Well, I think he will just come to short. 1.4. Got a lot of more traction in the Castle sector. 1.2. In the meantime, Plankton getting close, splitting the Ferrari at this moment, but he's close. But we want to see this end. I think it's just not. It's the last turn and then he will have a straight. And it will be a win for Thijs. It's less than a second at the moment. But Thijs will just have enough to win this race again. 0-7. Draining it all, but Thijs will do the same. This will be a win for Thijs. Look at this, 5 tenths. And there it is then, P2 and a win for Thijs. Still excited till the end, I have to admit. Milo 3rd place in the end. Podium for him. Celerity equals on 4th place, recovered from 8th place last week or 9th place. Or sorry, didn't finish. So no points at all last week for him. Twan back on 5. Plankton 6, scoring 8 points. Justin, so unfortunate for him, we all witnessed what happened to him. And Milan retired from the session, right behind it. There he is again, Thijs. Already won quite a few races. Last week was robbed because his own fault, a penalty. But then there he is again. P1 for him. Brilliant last drive from Moro Velos. Only that first turn after the restart maybe was a little sloppy on the inside. But still very phenomenal. And then 3rd place Milo. Who would have expected him there today again? Quite lovely. We had him on podium already this season, but the fastest lap is still scored by Justin, 141.419. Uninters, of course. No, sorry, that's not true. Totally not true. These were on the dry tires, of course. You can't do a 141 in the rains. Anyways, Thijs 1, Just Motovelos 2, Milo 3rd place, P4, Celerity equals 1 on 5, Plankton 6, Justin on 7, Milan 8, just retired at the end, but we'll have points for Alpine there, and then all other retired or didn't finish out here today. Thanks for watching again. Seen some crazy stuff today again. And a very tough race, believe me. Alright, if you could give me a minute, would open up a press conference, showroom with a winner's car in it, invite the others on the podium winners. I can ask them a few questions. Alright, invited to come in at the 2. Let's see who will join us today. Didn't know, I think I did not spoke to Thijs before. He's not a party joiner. He's just a winner. Milo, I believe he will join us so now and then. Just Motovelos I also spoke at press conferences. We never had a press conference without anybody, by the way. Never yet. It's always positive, so it would be something. First time they leave me hanging. Yeah, there is just Moro. How are you, mate?
Good evening.
Good evening. I think
I'm
you.
doing well.
I think you will be only one at the press conference today, so I'm happy you joined. We never. I said we never had a conference yet where nobody was showing up. So it's always positive.
No,
So
I'm always here. I'm always here.
I'm lucky, man. How was that that crazy end? I would say you had
One lap after the race, and I would have got in.
Yeah, that's true, because I was talking about that disadvantage Thijs had as leader. At the end, safety car comes out and then you need to make a call. If he went for the pits and everybody stayed out, he had a wall in front of him, so he couldn't win anymore. If he stayed out like he did now and everybody would pit, he would also be in disadvantage. Some of the drivers in front of you didn't pit, were also not having the balls like you had, but I also saw a wing change. So was it you who want to have fresh tires, or did you need to make the stop?
Well, actually, my wing change wasn't that necessary, but I hit the wall one time after I think the Ericsson hit his corner.
Ah, that's just before the downhill left. Yeah.
So
Alright.
my engineer was saying to me, yeah, well, you can pit in here or stay out if the other ones do pit. But then I said, yeah, just going to pit and then I hope for the best. And it went quite well, I think.
Alright, yeah, great overtakes. Only turn one was a little, I thought, oh, there he goes.
Yeah, I missed my braking point because Twan was in the way of my braking board, so I couldn't brake on time. So I'm happy to. I'm happy I was stayed alive.
Somehow you kept it straight or something, or you wobbled back centered, and you could carry on there.
I really don't know how.
Your heart was pounding, right?
Yeah, the last 3 laps.
Still great recovery then, and yeah, balls of stills then going for that pit stop where a lot of others didn't dare to do it.
Yeah, I was the last of the group of 4, and I had 33 seconds behind me, so I thought, yeah, well, I should go for it, and then hope for the best.
Yeah, you definitely did the best, and P2 is a great result, a great recovery driver out here, Justin. So
I almost had it.
Yeah, congratulations on this one, mate.
Thanks, man.
And thank you for the answers.
No problem.
Have a good weekend, and also, ladies and gents, thank you for watching again. Like I said, safety cars on Baku under rainy conditions, it's not the most spectacular thing there is, but still we had lovely action. It was a tough race, believe me. Like yesterday, it's hard to survive and to make it 50% on rainy Baku. But yeah, still quite a few drivers achieved it. Like Justin, for example, who was only one at the press conference today. We'll have much more next week. First, enjoy this weekend, because we are going to launch Formula 1, regular Formula 1 again. We'll watch it on Bahrain. So this action will come this weekend. We all look forward to it. Next week, out of my head, Justin, do you know which track we are going to race?
Nope.
Nope. Then I need to have a quick peek. My phone died. Sorry guys. I don't know which race will be next week. But yeah, just clock in on Thursday, 21:30 Central European time. And then CL2 in action. Spain.
Spain, yeah.
Oh, brilliant. To Barcelona there, to Spain. Yeah, like I said, CL2 there in action first. Then we will head to CL1 again. I think it will be lovely again. So first, now Formula 1. Have a good weekend, boys. Bye bye. Thank you, Justin.